Hello everybody, Anthony Davis here. Today we're going to talk about Talking to Heaven mediumship cards. If you've ever seen me on a random do this, you'll already be familiar with it. But it's by Doreen and James Van Praagh. These are one of my favorite tools, okay? It's so amazing. They have gold, kind of gold-plated, I don't know what you call it, color on the outside. It's really, really cool. Glossy finish. They're beautiful cards, as you can tell. And of course, every card I pick is backwards. But anyhow, it's really cool. I always say this to people, first of all. This in no way validates who I am. Okay? I don't think anything can top speech recognition, obviously, as proof of what I do. But this is a nice tool to use as an extension. A lot of people on a random, a lot of my clients come to me and we do speech recognition, and then I'm able to pull a card for them because we're already connected to their spirit guide. Okay? That's all this is. So basically, now, it's kind of weird because I have multiple spirits with me. You would think that Mom would be the one to come through, and she usually is. But with me, no matter how... The book says concentrate hard and think of the person you want to talk to and they'll come through. And I'm not denying that, but I think if you have the talents in the mediumship gift, it's going to be a lot harder because you might perhaps have several spirits that you talk to on a daily basis, like I do. And it's not going to just be one person. So I would say not to discredit that, because I do believe if you're the novice or whatever and you know which specific guide you want to hear from, but given the fact, I mean, it will work, but given the fact that I personally have pretty much heard most of the messages Mom comes through with, this might be another person, okay? So we'll just kind of briefly go over it. Now, again, with the tarot cards, like this card that just popped up, I shuffle, and whatever card pops up like a Pop-Tart, that's what I do, okay? I'm not going to pull from the top. It's my own preference on that. You can do whatever. Now, some people will just take one card. I'll try to see if there's another up to 3 cards that I like to do. Again, your own preference. It's what you feel. We'll just see. Usually if I do this for a length of time and nothing is popping out, not because of, you also have to, when I do this, because I know you're like, this just popped up. You have to really see it pop up. It's not like a user error where, okay, like that card just popped up. It's probably because I'm shuffling. So I kind of, discredit, it's a feeling, okay? Like that card just popped up. I felt that. So I'm going to use that one. Let's see what else. One more card. Focus. Maybe I'm just going to do 2. That's kind of was spinning back there. Sometimes I take those, but oh, there we go. Well, I don't know. Sometimes you can pull one, and if you don't feel it, then put it back, and you may get it again. There we go. See, like that. That's really what I'm looking for when a card pops out like that. Okay. So, we have these 3 beautiful cards. Isn't that so pretty? I just like the design of them. Hats off to Doreen and James Van Praagh, because this is so amazing. Okay, so the first card I'm going to pull, we're going to take a look at that. I watch over you every day. Now, obviously, that's kind of generic, so I'm going to take with, that's not going to pinpoint, other than my mom, obviously, because there's a heart around it, too. She likes hearts, so I already know that. But I'm going to go by, just like in tarot readings, not just one card. Now they do have a great, meaning behind the cards that sometimes I use, sometimes I don't. But, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, I think. I watch over you every day. Then the next card is, I send you loving signs through nature. And that, I'm going to come back to that because that means something to me as well for Mom. This is showing that it's pretty much Mom. And I'm surrounded by loving animals. That is very, very, very interesting. Because isn't it cool how I get the animals and nature in the same deck? That's, I think, very validating for me. I believe this is my birth mom, Catherine, coming through. Actually, scratch that. I just thought of something. Now, this might be her or telepathy coming through in me. Again, I always like to just go live on these things. So, I mean, obviously, you know, I'm contradicting, in other words, what I'm saying here by saying, oh, it's my mom. It's either my mom or her father, my grandfather, coming through right now. Both have passed. But it's interesting because I watch over you every day. Obviously, you're going to think of the first person being the closest one you're close to, your spirit guide, which is my birth mom, okay? But then I'm thinking to myself, well, why are they telling me that? I already know that. This card put in with these two are actually kind of telling me, this is something I don't realize yet. I watch over you every day. I send you signs through loving signs through nature. Sorry, I wish I could read. I will explain something to you. My birth mom's father was a bird watcher, an avid bird watcher. He loved watching birds. There was one time through speech recognition where he came through and they were talking about a dog they had, or some kind of dog they had. And it's interesting then, with this card, I'm surrounded by loving animals, that this would come through. So do you see how I'm piecing this together? I actually believe this is my grandfather coming through, her father. And it's because I watch over you every day. He's telling me something I don't realize. Because I don't really think of him that often. They didn't know I was adopted. They didn't even know I was born. And so they didn't have this knowledge of me that I don't believe they did until they came to heaven. I send you signs through loving nature. There's a thing also on speech recognition, and some psychics have told me this as well, that they keep on seeing a seagull or a bird. So I think that is a bird, and it's so funny because people joke with me because of that fact, because, sorry I'm very talkative, but it's just so funny because he sends me signs through like birds and stuff. I am terrified of birds. So that's what's so funny about this, but it is what it is. And there are times where I see nature, or this could also be a reminder, like when I'm out and about and I see something, and I'm just staring at it, I believe that is maybe him now saying, I'm sending you the sign, okay? So it could be a future thing as well. And then I am surrounded by loving animals. That's just validating to me that they were talking about a dog. That's such a pretty dog. That they have with them in heaven. And it's so funny because the longest time I thought animals don't exist in heaven. Yeah, they do. My cat Smokey's up there, so yeah, they do. So anyway, so that's that. So I believe, hi Grandpa, I believe he's coming through right now. That was really cool. Thank you for letting me share that with you. Again, it's called Talking to Heaven. Really, really cool. I think this is a must-have for any person in the mediumship trade, so to speak, or whatever it's called. You can get this. I actually got this at Barnes & Noble. So thank you for your time, and enjoy the rest of my videos.